That's really, really funny. Why? Because when I started my company, I got some great advice from a financial consultant who's going to handle my retirement and my 401k. And he said, Jet, the best investment for you is what are you going to do after you leave the phone company? He said, yes, I would love to handle all of that, but your best investment, your biggest gains is what are you going to do after you leave the company? And that happened right at the time that SBC bought out AT&T. So I went to this, he sent me to the National Minority Supplier Diversity Council where you get your Minority Business Enterprise designation. He sent me to that forum and I saw, it was like the Wizard of Oz. So the door opened and you see all these Fortune 500 companies doing business with disadvantaged businesses, vets, women, minorities, people of color. And it was like the Wizard of Oz. Seriously, man, I opened the door and all this stuff was going on. And I was like, what? Right? And I was making decent money with the phone company. So the short of it is that when SBC bought out AT&T, and then we found out we were going to use AT&T's infrastructure, I said, if I'm going to learn something new, I'm going to do it based on my business, right? Based on my vision, based on my dream, if I'm going to learn anything new. Now, having that is wrecked with peril, right? One of my mentors said, read E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber and Doing Business by the Good Book by David L. Stewart. So I read those books and kind of cemented myself on understanding entrepreneurial endeavors. It's not being good as a technician. It's a whole different world in running a business. And I went out there and I started running the business, and guess what happened? That was 2007. So I left the company in 2006, February 2006, took about 9-10 months off, tried to gird myself in understanding entrepreneurship, and then I ran in 2007. Then what happened? The economic crisis. I consider myself a strong networker, so I had a lot of corporate clients, but when the economic crisis hit, oh my goodness, I lost customers, over 87% of my customers. I lost my house and I lost my wife. So let me ask you that. Let me shoot it back to you. Yes, I thought about quitting. Yes, I thought about going back to the 9-to-5 grind. Yes, I thought all of that. But I had this burning desire and I was already on the road to entrepreneurship. I was already on the road helping kids and I could not see my way to let go of my dream. And so I continued on and I continued on, and I got involved in an organization called Toastmasters, which is a whole different story. But Toastmasters International, I was exposed to it and somebody heard me speak. And then an organization called Fred Pryor Seminars gave me a call and asked me to do some speaking. And then they challenged me because they asked me to do some courses that I wasn't really comfortable with, but I had the skill set to do. For example, OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Cal OSHA. And I'm like, no way, I had some exposure, no way. But now I have my trainer. I do the 30-hour, 5-day training classes for people getting their competency and OSHA coverage. I do a lot of consulting in how do you move your people. It's one thing to know standards. It's another thing to get your people to follow your standards willingly. So that's my niche in the OSHA arena. Same thing with professional development, same thing with management leadership. That is what is the gas in my gas tank. So going 9-to-5, I don't think I can do it, right? Even though I'm doing 15, 16, 17 hours a day, no holidays, no weekends, right? But it's a lot more fulfilling to be in that arena and just really following my dream and making sure that I touch people's lives.